Welcome to this next episode of Hot Button. Now, last week we chatted about the flu shot and we asked you to weigh in on social media, Facebook, Twitter. Let us know your thoughts. So we just wanted to recap some of the responses that we got from that. Now, Jen Gardner says that she never has had a flu shot and never will receive a flu shot. She'd rather build up her immunity naturally. Now, that was mentioned last week. Living a healthy lifestyle, that sort of thing. And she also says that we need to stop looking at pharmaceuticals as healthcare and pay more attention to our diets.
Exactly.
Granted.
Quit going to the drugs.
No kidding. Now, Amanda Briscoe's also weighed in, and she works in a hospital and did get the flu shot this year. Because otherwise she'd have to wear a mask. And now we did mention, some people in healthcare who work with young kids. Obviously, a flu shot is going to help from spreading anything around to larger populations. And she actually made a note saying that you can't get the flu from the shot because it's actually a dead flu bug, but you can come down with flu-like symptoms. A lot of people mentioned feeling sick after getting the flu shot.
Common misconception, I think, with the flu shot.
But going on that note, she also says that she thinks it's better to suck it up and feel bad for a few days rather than actually getting the flu. So thank you very much for your opinions on that topic. Now this week, we are talking about Christmas. Now that we have finished Remembrance Day, it seems like it's kind of a free-for-all. So we asked you guys on social media what your thoughts were on Christmas. Too soon? Is it too soon? When do you put up your tree, decorations, that sort of thing? Now on Twitter, @Desmond Devnich says, deck the halls November 12th. He lives downtown and he likes to light up his apartment window to bring a little cheer to the area.
Get in that festive spirit early, I guess.
Yes, and with lights, actually personally, I have Christmas lights in my house year round. Well, like the little LED ones that are like all blue and stuff. It just adds sort of like a nice sort of candle tone to the room, extra light.
Or you're just extremely sentimental.
Well, it looks good. It gives a good feeling. And on Facebook, we have Shelley King Smith that says she thinks it's too early for the tree. If it's up too long, it takes away some of the specialness of it. Same with music and ornaments. A lot of people feel that way too. Jen Martman-Waldy, she has already started rearranging her living room to figure out the best place for her tree.
She's a keener, it sounds like.
Now, she doesn't say she's getting the tree yet. She's just figuring out the best place for it.
Okay.
And Dan Prosser prefers to wait until December to think about Christmas. Now, personally, after Halloween, I think is a little bit early. We have Remembrance Day still here in Canada, and it's important to honor our veterans. Give them that day. We wear the poppy after Halloween and usually right up until and including the 11th. But on the 12th, hey, I say go for it. There's no other holidays in Canada next to Christmas. Americans have Thanksgiving, but hey, free for all. Let's go for it. Get out those Christmas decorations.
I don't think so, Tiffany. I have to disagree. I find it extremely overwhelming when I'm walking into a store in November and I'm bombarded by Christmas and retail advertising. I mean, I think people feel obligated to overspend. I mean, there's something like 1 in 4 Canadians will end up financing Christmas purchases that they really can't afford at all. So it's too much consumerism.
But the Christmas season does generate economic activity. $435 billion worth in the United States. I mean, I know we're not the United States, but we are neighbors, and it does generate this whole sort of economy of people getting jobs. There's all these little craft fairs popping up. There's all these little stores and special things that pop up only during the holiday season.
Okay, maybe 30 or 40 years ago when Canada had a strong manufacturing sector. However, I mean, that's virtually disappeared. Everything, all the iPods, all the video game consoles, those are made overseas, so the profits are actually going out of our country.
That's true. But let's bring it back home. How about the feeling in your home? Putting up that garland, having the light. I love lights. It's so pretty. And with the darker days, it's so much nicer to have that sort of warm feeling.
But that's the problem, is I don't feel like it's about the feeling, the family, the connectivity. It's about the consumerism. It's about spending hundreds of dollars and they don't have to go into debt.
Who doesn't want a gingerbread latte? I wait all year for the lovely gingerbread eggnog latte.
That costs you $5.
But it brings me a good feeling.
Okay, well, you know what, there was the whole sort of Shoppers Drug Mart uproar that they were playing the music too soon and they had all the decor out way too early, and a lot of people, they didn't like it. They were really disappointed, and they complained so much they had to get rid of the music. So I feel like the majority of Canadians, at least locally here, kind of had that same sentiment that we're being bombarded by this advertising way too soon.
Very, very true. Now, that was before Remembrance Day, and I agree, like that is really quite harsh. We haven't quite had the official holidays in Canada, that sort of thing. So totally, I can agree. But now that we're in November, we don't have any more holidays until Christmas. Just go for it. And in terms of bombardment advertising, we're bombarded by ads all the time. You can't walk down the street without being faced by a billboard or hearing a radio ad or something like that.
Okay, so but don't you feel like it's even more so at Christmas? I mean, you have the music, you have the decorations, you have the shopping, you have the Christmas music. It just seems like it's piled up all into one, 2 months at a time where it's very overwhelming.
Hey, there's so much negative in this world, man. If we can have some nice feelings of Christmas music and it puts you in a good mood for 2 months, what's wrong with that?
When did you become such a suck?
Well, also going back to the gifts thing. Now, yes, not everyone has money, but Christmas isn't about that. It's an opportunity to get creative and I have something that's meaningful to you. I know people stress themselves out with it, but use what you've got. Be creative, be crafty. Check out Pinterest. Lots of great ideas.
Okay, but I think people have a problem with sticking to a budget or do-it-yourself items. Yes, there's the odd person out there who enjoys doing something like that. But I mean, we know once December comes, that holiday season, everybody is so busy, parties, that kind of thing, that they don't really always have the time to get crafty and visit Pinterest.
Well, maybe we should bring it back to the feeling of the holidays and looking pretty in our homes with the garland and the trees and the sparkle twinkling lights, that sort of thing. So, well, even if you don't want to decorate now, and your mom does.
Oh yeah, she's already gung-ho on the Christmas decorating, 6 weeks in advance.
So regardless if you're going to do it now, or you're going to wait till December 1st, or you're going to wait till December 24th, the date is coming.
Okay, so what do you think? What are your thoughts? Do you think Christmas is coming too soon? Do you feel overwhelmed or obligated to spend money that you don't have? Tell us about it. You can connect with us on Twitter or Facebook, and we'll revisit your comments on the next episode of Hot Button.